Hello and welcome along to another video. Today is Saturday the 18th of July 2020, and in today's video I'm going to look ahead and preview day number 1, the PDC World Matchplay. Now all my preview videos are finished. It's now time to get down to the action and see what unfolds in the next 9 days of action. I can't wait for this event to start. It's great to see a major event on Sky Sports again after lockdown. Although it'll be behind closed doors, it's the best we can do, and I can't wait to see the drama that unfolds. We'll see 5 matches on the opening evening starting at 6 p.m. live on Sky Sports in the UK. And the first game of the evening, we see Simon Whitlock take on Ryan Joyce. Now, Simon Whitlock's reached the semi-final of the match play twice before in his career, and in 2020 his form hasn't matched his results. I think that Simon Whitlock's been not too bad form, and we've seen the summer series he reached a couple of hundred averages, but he just didn't get the results his performances deserved. He's reached one last 16 in the Players' Championship series so far this year before lockdown, and that was in Players' Championship number 6. He also reached the last 32 of the UK Open, and he'll take on the debutant Ryan Joyce. Ryan Joyce won Players' Championship number 10 in the summer series, and that catapulted him into this year's World Matchplay to make his debut. I think it'll be really interesting to see if Ryan Joyce can continue that form and confidence into the World Matchplay, because he'll have confidence playing in this building. Although it wasn't on the stage or it was on the floor, he should show some confidence. So these two have played 7 times previously, and Simon leads the head-to-head by 4-3. They've played twice this year, and Simon Whitlock has won on both occasions, one time in February and one time in March. However, the biggest game between these two was won by Ryan Joyce quite convincingly. At the World Championships in 2019, Ryan Joyce won in the last 64 by 3-0. I think Simon Whitlock will want revenge over Ryan Joyce because of that. And I think that Simon Whitlock, being used to playing in the match play, will get the job done. Even though it's not at Blackpool, I think Simon Whitlock will win this game by 10-7. The second match of the evening, see Krzysztof Ratajski take on Jermaine Wattimena. Now, last year, Krzysztof Ratajski made his debut in the World Matchplay. He lost in the second round to Rob Cross by 11-5. He's played some good darts so far this year in 2020 on the floor. He won Players' Championship number 4. However, he did lose in the last 64 of the UK Open. He'll be disappointed with that. He'll have to bring his floor form to the TV more often. We just don't see it enough. Even though he's won the BDO World Masters, we don't see the best of Krzysztof Ratajski on the TV. It'd be interesting to see if he can change these things. I think that Krzysztof Ratajski's TV form is where his floor form was probably 2017-2016, but can he progress? And Krzysztof Ratajski is one of these players that progresses every tournament. I expect to see a better standard performance from Krzysztof Ratajski on the TV very soon. And he takes on Jermaine Wattimena. Now, in yesterday's video we said that Jermaine Wattimena hasn't won a match at the match play so far. He's lost 2 last 32s. The first time in 2018 was a very, very tight game to James Wade by 12-10. And then in 2019 it was the exact opposite. He got trounced 10-1 by Mensur Suljovic. So far this year he's been quite consistent, and he's reached 3 last 16s in the Players' Championship series, and Players' Championship number 6, Players' Championship number 11, and Players' Championship number 10. So he's been consistent, but he'll have to produce at a better level to compete against Krzysztof Ratajski. They've played 8 times in the past, and Krzysztof Ratajski leads the head-to-head by 6-2. Now, Jermaine Wattimena won the first 2 meetings between these pair, but Krzysztof Ratajski has won the last 6, and 5 of those were last year in 2019. I think that Krzysztof Ratajski has got a mental edge over Jermaine Wattimena, and I think Krzysztof Ratajski will win this game by 10-7. The third game of the evening sees James Wade take on Keegan Brown. He's been the winner of the match play, and last year he reached the quarter-final stage. So far this year he has won Players' Championship number 12 and reached the last 16 of the UK Open. Now he takes on Keegan Brown, who's reached the last 16 twice, and he's been knocked out once in the last 32 of the World Match Play. So far in 2020, he reached the last 8 of Players' Championship number 8. And he also got beat in the last 64 stage of the UK Open. He didn't have the greatest of summer series, and I think it's been really interesting to see which Keegan Brown shows up, because sometimes Keegan Brown can go out there and average 110, the other times it's 85. Keegan has to improve his consistency in his game, but a bit interested to see what happens. The head-to-head between these two is interesting. James leads the head-to-head by 7-4 over Keegan Brown, and James Wade's won the last 4 meetings between the pair. And the most important meeting was also won by James Wade at the World Championships in 2019. In the last 32, James Wade picked up a very, very tight win by 4-3. I think that James Wade will do a wading performance over Keegan Brown. I think he'll pick up a 10-8 win over Keegan Brown. So the penultimate game we're going to talk about is Michael van Gerwen versus Brendan Dolan. Now, Michael van Gerwen's peak at the World Matchplay was between 2013 and 2016. We reached the semi-finals, then the final, and then he won it back-to-back in 2015 and 2016. In recent times, he hasn't fared so well. He got beat in the second round last year, and the year before he got beat in the first round. So he isn't defending any money this year in this year's World Matchplay. He is the 2020 UK Open winner, and he's also won Players' Championship number 9 and 11 during the summer series. So the form is there from Michael van Gerwen. I think we're starting to see the scary performances from Michael van Gerwen again. I think he knows that he's close to producing his very, very best again. And he takes on Brendan Dolan, who's reached the last 16 3 times here, and he's been knocked out in the first round twice so far in his career at the World Matchplay. In 2020, he's reached semi-final of Players' Championship number 1 and reached the final of Players' Championship number 7. He lost out in the last 64 of the UK Open, which was a little bit surprising because you expect Brendan Dolan to reach last 32s of the UK Open quite consistently. So these two have played 23 times in the past, and Michael van Gerwen, not surprisingly, leads it head-to-head by 18-5. But the last meeting was won by Brendan Dolan this year, and Players' Championship number 1, he won by 6-4. There was only one time there's been a massive winner in this game, and that was in the 2016 Grand Slam, and Michael van Gerwen won by 16-3. 7 matches between the pair have went to a last leg decider. They went 6-5. I don't think this will be one of those occasions. I think Michael van Gerwen will put a real statement in the opening evening and win by 10-4. The last game we're going to talk about is Gary Anderson versus Justin Pipe. Now, I'd be interested to see this game because there's so many questions. Gary Anderson defended a lot of money from 2 years ago when he won the World Matchplay, and Justin Pipe potentially has an injury. He's got tendinitis on his elbow, which does take a long time to heal, but I'd be interested to see if he's received a cortisone injection and be fit enough to play. Gary Anderson has reached the last 16 6 times when he's been knocked out. He's been knocked out twice in the last 32. And he's reached the semi-finals twice, and he's been once the winner of the World Matchplay. He'll be used to playing behind closed doors with his win at the UK Open back in 2018. We saw it played behind closed doors, and he benefited, and he was the best player that weekend. So far in 2020, he was Players' Championship number 1 winner, and he was locked out in the last 16 of the UK Open. So we're interested to see how Gary does over the longer format. Can he cope with those injuries? Is he fully over them? And he takes on Justin Pipe. Now, Justin Pipe has reached the quarterfinals twice in the World Matchplay. Twice he's been knocked out in the last 16, and 3 times he's lost in the first round. In 2020, he's reached the last 16 of Players' Championship number 8, and he lost last 64 of the UK Open. Again, it's all about if Justin's fit enough to play. Tendinitis is such a dangerous injury to get over in such a small space of time, because he had to pull out of 2 of the Summer Series events last week. And the head-to-head, Gary leads it by 11-6. And the last met was 3 years ago, which is quite surprising because you expect players to meet more often the amount of times they play against each other. And that was a UK Open qualifier, which Gary Anderson won by 6-3. I think that Gary Anderson will win this match quite comprehensively. I think he'll take advantage of the Justin Pipe injury, and I think he'll win it by 10 legs to 2. So that's my predictions for the opening day. Leave a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, and until tomorrow when I preview day number 2, the PDC World Matchplay, I will see you then. Goodbye.